Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kanushi's Corner. In this episode, I got a unboxing of the Bloomburrow Pre-Con Family Matters. It says, "Make offspring go wide." I'm kind of excited about this one. I've never really. I like all the animal stuff. Kind of wanted to do a bird thing for a while, so that's cool. Was excited about the bunnies one, kind of for the same reason. Squirrels, raccoons. I mean, really, that's more artifact. Anyway, yeah. So Family Matters. Right now, the market price on TCG Player is $38.36. You could probably get it for about $40, maybe, depending on where you go. More or less, the aftermarket value on MTG Goldfish 92.46 total for singles, and it's 101.40, so like $102 on Moxfield for whatever I have it set to. So the in value of the box is about $50 more. That's pretty cool. So make offspring go wide. Jess guys could be making a lot of tokens, and anointed procession probably belongs in here. That and Mondrak, Odgertak, all the doublers, triplers. It probably doesn't have those in it though. Those are a little crazy. So battle your friends in Magic's most common format, Commander. Zenaya delivers the pain, plus a whole litter of 1/1 token offspring that double up on enter the battlefield effects. Each of your creature spells gain the offspring ability, so every new arrival helps to overwhelm the board with token troublemakers. Excellent. Ziana Valley's voice. The jovial troubadour Ziana crashed literally into the Three Tree City and has delighted denizens ever since. But they're silent on their mysterious past. I like the they there, showing non-gender character, he, she, huh? I like that. Who knows? Ziana is Ziana. I like that. Good magic. Who needs gender? Fight the power. Birds of a feather, fight together. That we do, Ziana. It's cute. Flock and fight. Alright, so we're going to open this up. Got our stuff in there, nothing else in there. Go ahead and set that over there. So in here is the deck box and the collector booster. We'll get to that at the end of the video. So this folds in. These fold out. I always love the, not the ones that over. Don't like that. Those rip too easy. These just fold in. I think that started with Ixalan or Eldraine is the first time I saw that in recent. I've only really been getting commander decks and playing the game. I mean, I've gotten some of the older ones at this point, but alright, here's the insert. Here's your tokens. You get these, a flying, a planeswalker symbol, a bunch of 1/1s, and whatever this is supposed to be. It's an everything counter. Anyway, then you also get some cool little markers for your command zone graveyard if you need those or want those. Good stuff. Oops, wrong thing. Moving the lights so we can see better. The box is out of the way. Now that the box is out of the way, it should be better. Okay, that's not supposed to do that. Here's some more of that beautiful art. Here's a little story. So let's learn more about Ziana. Ziana Valley's voice. Ziana's history is a curiosity to all. Despite being an open book with their outgoing and bumbling demeanor, no one knows where Ziana came from. They crashed into Three Tree City, literally, having been delighting citizens with their loot ever since. Boasting a never-ending array of romantic ballads and a taste for adventure, Ziana brings joy and laughter to any social gathering. It's never clear where the nomadic stork will turn up next, but they can always be relied on for a song or a helping wing. Rumors say Ziana is a noble from a far-off land, one of opulent bird folk royalty and elite soldiers who guard them. This rumor intensified after the calamitous arrival of the Stormhawk, where Ziana revealed their prowess in graceful flight and combat. With sharp, decisive moves befitting a veteran Plume Creed soldier, Ziana led a dazzling rescue effort to move animal folk living in a border village out of harm's way, distracting the Stormhawk and outracing it. From this triumph, Ziana is lovingly nicknamed the Sovereign of Life, and it's considered good luck to have Ziana perform for ceremonies such as weddings and baby showers. So, this commander fended off the Stormhawk, which apparently is no small feat. That's pretty cool. Fantastically powerful bird folk here. Potential royalty. We don't know who they are, truly, but they sure are a gorgeous stork. Silly movie I enjoy as well. Ziana Valley's voice. Congratulations. It's a 1/1 token. Who needs boys and girls when you have 1/1s? Right? That's what we all aim for. A 1/1 token that'll grow up into a healthy 2/2 citizen, right? Ziana swoops in, bringing a colorful menagerie of offspring with them. Each of your creature spells are granted the new offspring mechanic, allowing you to double up on powerful enter the battlefield effects. Swarm the board with birds, bunnies, brush wags, you name it. Show the table how powerful a creature with only one power can be. Very powerful, I'm sure. I'm sure it can be. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. Okay. Let's get into the deck. Here we go. Ziana Valley's voice. Looking good. Where's that little pull tab? Pull tab, pull tab. Okay, looks right here. Oh. Oh, did I get it? Is it gonna go? Is it just gonna... Can we get past the... Nope. Can't get past the fold hump. One day. One day. Get the top. Get the bottom. So, here we go. No, Arthur, no. Ziana Valley's voice. Here's your Jeskai pretty bird. Pretty bird. Just like the bird in that movie, it can't tweet anymore because it's not alive. Sorry, that's a little dark. We're here to celebrate life in the form of 1/1 babies. The baby. The baby. I got some the baby counters from the main set. They're so cute. Anyway, let's see if we can get a little more light over here. Still a little low, little low. There we go. So, Ziana Valley's voice. Legendary creature, bird bard. Fantastic. Only 3 mana for a 1/3 flyer. It's pretty decent. It gets plus X, where X is the number of other creatures with base power 1. That can be a little wacky. And creature spells all have offspring too. So it can make... You could cast a Blightsteel Colossus. I don't think those are legendary, right? So you could cast a Blightsteel, pay 14 instead, and get a baby 1/1 Blightsteel Colossus. How cute would that be? Will anyone make that token? Someone please make baby 1/1 Blightsteel token. Oh, that'd be so cute. Legend Rule kind of stinks with the Offspring tokens, but Offspring's one of my favorite bands also, so, you know, we're gonna refuse to keep them separated. Stay together. Do things. Arthur, Marigold Knight. A hasty 5-drop, the alt commander. Whenever it and at least one other creature attack, look at the top 6 of the library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Put the rest onto the bottom in a random order. Return it to its owner's hand at the end of combat. Crazy. I see my camera flickering here. I hate that. If you want to donate, I'll have a donate link hopefully in the description. It's also in my channel if I forget to put it there. If y'all want to help me get a new, better camera, that'd be great. The Patreon and the Ko-fi and the donations, all that, or just like message me. You know, we can make this work. I would really appreciate that. Always appreciate donations and help to help make these videos better. Here we have Elspeth, Sun's Champion. Create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater, and you can get an emblem that gives all your creatures +2/+2 and flying. That's great. Really cool Elspeth. She's a mouse now. She's still got the wings. Angel mouse. Very shiny. Very cool. Love these imagined critters things. It's so cute to me. It's really, really cool. Okay. Now for the rest of the deck. Let's get into it. Jazzle Goldmane. Legendary. First strike. 4 drop. You can pay 5. All your creatures get XX, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Really good finisher. Got that in the Cats and Dogs deck too. Martial Coup. Create X 1/1 white creature soldier tokens. X is 5 or more. Destroy all other creatures. Really good board wipe right there. Very nice. Storm of Souls. Return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Each of them is a 1/1 spirit with flying. In addition, exile this. So nice recursion. You're already going to have a bunch of 1/1s anyway. So, well, in the things that care about 1/1s. So, Selfless Spirit, 2/1. Sacrifice it. All your creatures are indestructible. Really good protection card for stuff. I love that. Jack Rabbit. This is one of the new cards. It's really funny. It has Ravenous. So as it enters, it gets X1 counters based on the cost that you pay up here. And if X is 5 or more, you draw a card when it enters. So that's nice. And if it attacks, you create 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens equal to its power. So this is your bunny enabler. I really, and you could potentially get 2 of him if you pay the 2 extra to offspring him, but the offspring's going to be a 1/1 instead of a 1/2, and I don't think you could pay anything into the X of the offspring, because does the offspring also get the X? I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments below. That'd be really, really helpful. I'm not sure. Because if you do like X equals 5, and then the 2 mana, and then pay the 2 mana for the offspring, he's not legendary. So would the offspring come in? It's supposed to equal the mana cost of the creature. Would it enter with X equals 5 because parent equals X equals 5? Or is it going to be X equals 0 because it's a copy and you don't pay into X to cast it. You're paying into offspring. I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments below. I'm very, very curious. It's really, again, kind of confusing. Like, what if this had offspring 2? What would X be on the offspring? I don't know. Let me know. Help me out, please, because I'm going to be running and playing that card a lot, and I need to know. All right, Murmuration. Birds get 1/1 and vigilance at the beginning of your end step for each spell you've cast. Make a bird named Stormcrow. Really cool. Makes you a bunch of Stormcrows. You get some birds. You get some extra power. Really nice on that. Oh, I know this guy. Blade Splicer. Actually, quite enjoy Blade Splicer. Whenever it enters, create a 3/3 golem, and then golems have first strike. So it itself is a 1/1, so you can make 2 of these, which would give you 2 golems. Mondrak, Odritak, I'm sure there's got to be blue ones and red ones that double tokens. This could get out of hand, y'all. This could get real with the offspring stuff. This could get real out of hand. Oh boy. Oh lordy. Okay. Whew. Sorry, I'm just grasping with the realization that this really makes all the babies. All the little 1/1 token babies. It's going to be crazy. Hanged Executioner is a flying 3 mana 1/1 that when it enters, you make a 1/1 token. So you could pay 5 and get 4 1/1 flying white spirits that you can exile to exile another creature. That's neat. Well, only two of them would be able to do the exile a creature thing, because the main one and the offspring of the main one, the regular ones wouldn't be able. Anyway, Loyal Warhound, again, imagine 4 mana for 2 of these. off of the one card. And it's not excellent value, of course. It is a 2-drop. It's not like it's a 5-drop. But anyway, you get 2/1/1s that when they enter, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search for a basic. So it's land tax on a pupper. This was in the D&D set. I just realized that. But it's land tax on a pupper, and you can get 2 of them, potentially, instead of just the 1. I always love that. You can get 4 of them, potentially, depending on your board state. Who knows? It could get crazy. Restoration Angel, when it enters, exile target non-angel creature you control, return to the battlefield. So, little blink effect there. You could pay, instead of 4 mana, 6 mana and get that twice. It would give you extra ETB triggers. Great. Skyclave Apparition. When this enters, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control, mana value 4 or less. So you could get 2 of these for 5 mana. That'd be nice. Instead of 3 mana. It's pretty good. Granted, all of these that you're paying the extra mana for are going to be a 1/1. So it's not like it's going to be a 2/2. So, oh well. But yeah, whenever it leaves, the exile card's owner creates an XX blue illusion where X is that card's mana value. So, could be downside. Be careful what you exile. Dusk and Dawn. This is a classic. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Then you can aftermath it when it's in your graveyard. So if it gets milled, you can still do this. It's pretty good. You gotta get it all the way out there with them exiles. So you cast it, you exile it, then you return all creature cards with power 2 or less from graveyard to hand. So with this being such a low power deck, I mean, look at this. This is a 0/0 right here. You can just, you really good. It's a little, I would say, a little better than normal. Really, I like it. So this guy, Boss's Chauffeur, he enters with 1/1 counters equal to 1 plus the number of other creatures you control. So he can get out of hand in here, and whenever another creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on him. If he dies, create a green and white citizen creature for each +1/+1 counter on it. Oh yeah, okay. So that's like the it's the I think it's not Dust Crawler. I can't remember the name. It's a big squid. It does the same thing, kind of, but when you draw cards, it gets 1/1s instead of creatures entering, and then it makes island walkie squids. I can't remember it. Angel of Ruins. It's another pretty good one. Oh, this would be really nice to get the 2 extra mana to be able to exile 4 artifacts or enchantments. That would be really nice. Yeah. Luminous Broodmoth. Wonderful. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner control with a flying counter. So, brings your stuff back and makes it flying. Really nice little guy right there. Sun Titan, classic. Whenever it enters or attacks, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This one's a really good in land recursion, because lands are permanents with mana value 3 or less. So you can just, like, if nothing else, you can get a land back. You can get that cycling land, that evolving wilds, that myriad landscape, Croissant Verge. You know, you can get a little more extra ramp value out of those you've already sacrificed. You can get a lot of these low drop creatures back. You can do a lot of fun things with Sun Titan. You can also do a lot of fun things with another Sun Titan for only 2 more mana. Wow, this is going to be crazy. We've got a lot of deck to go to. I'm already excited for this. This is really nice. Polywog Prodigy is a little wizard with Evolve on it. Oh, that's really good for the token, because it's already a 1/1, so it's, whew, yeah, nice. Like, whereas this guy, anyway, whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana value less than his power, you draw cards. So there's a really good draw engine there too. Fortune Teller's Talent is one of the new talent classes. You may look at the top card of your library, so it gives you a little thing me and my spouse like to call privilege. You get to just look at the top anytime you want. You are privileged in this game with foresight. It's fantastic. You are a fortune teller and you have that talent. As long as you've cast a spell this turn, you may play cards from the top. Spells you cast from anywhere other than hand cost 2 less. This is going to be fantastic. I want to put it in the Temur Dr. Temur. Sorry, I'm weird. So spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 2 less to cast. So if you put this in that exile deck, it's the 13th Doctor exile shenanigans. Like, wow, that could be nice in there. It's probably nice in here too. I'm sure cast in cheap spells. I mean, if they already cost 2 less to cast, that means you could do the offspring for free. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Good stuff. All right, Aether Channeler. Whenever it enters, choose one. You either create a bird, return a non-land permanent to it. So bounce a thing. Either make a bird, bounce a thing, or draw a card. Yep. I'd pay 2 more mana for an extra card. Draw X cards, discard X cards. Pull from tomorrow. Not always. I don't know. It's alright. Nothing to hate. It can be useful, depending on what you're doing. Shield Broker puts a shield counter on a non-commander creature you don't control, and you gain control of it for as long as it has that shield counter. Huh. Okay. A little bit of, he's a cephalid. A little bit of cephalid shenanigans. Stealing people's stuff, but you can't block with it technically because then they get it back, right? Okay, so return target creature mana value X to its owner's hand. You create X, 1/1 blue fairies. I like that. The old Biden to Thassa. I really like the art on this one. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Another really good draw engine. This is different art than I'm used to seeing, but I like that. Actually, you know, someone's wielding it. It's not just like hovering there. So, Curiosity Crafter, another really good no maximum hand size. Again, imagine having 2 of them. Whenever you create a token, whenever a creature token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Really, really good in here. Again, imagine having 2 of them. Devilish Valant, Devilish Valet. Oh, boy. Trample Haste 1/3. Whenever another creature you control enters, double this thing's power until end of turn. Siege Gang Commander, make goblins, throw goblins at people, deal damage. I think that's, yep, pretty good. Pretty on the nose. Echoing Assault, creature tokens you control have menace. Whenever you attack a player, choose target non-token permanent that's attacking that player. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1. The token enters tapped and attacking. Sacrifice at the beginning of next step. So you get even extra ETB triggers. That's really nice. Agate Instigator. This one's already got Offspring. So if you pay the 2/2 Offspring and then the red 1 off, or the 2 mana, and then the 1 red mana, I think it would have Offspring twice if I'm realizing, if I'm doing this right. So for 6 mana, you get 3 of these: 1/1/3, 2 1/1s. Whenever another creature you control enters, deals 1 damage to each opponent. So, if you did it twice, that would be this guy comes out, the Offspring comes out, then the other one comes out. That'd be 1, 2, 3. Would be 1 and 1, 2. So that'd be 3 damage to everybody for 6 mana. And if you still have his late game, you could play something else, or like a token spammer or something, and then that's like just blowing everything up. Calamity of Cinders, a convocable 7 mana sorcery that deals 6 damage to each untapped creature. Okay, that could be interesting. It allows you to swing and then blow everything up, or tap your stuff some other way and then blow everything up. Blow a lot of things up, depends on the board. Heck, or anyway, there's a lot of things you could do with that card that could be silly. Whenever another creature you control enters, this is Rose Room Treasurer. Whenever another creature you control enters, create a treasure token. If this is the first time or second time this ability is resolved, otherwise pay X. Whenever you do, this deals X damage to any target. Interesting. So the first 2 make you treasure, but otherwise, so the third and beyond, you pay an amount of mana and it deals damage to people. This is weird. Interesting. Strange. Something to do with your mana, I guess. Combat Celebrant. If this hasn't been yeah, I know what this one does. Anyway, for the people at home that don't know, Combat Celebrant can be exerted as it attacks. To exert something, it won't untap during its next attack step. So when you do this, you untap all creatures you control and get an extra combat. So get ready to fight. You throwing your little dudes. Throwing them. Okay, Inferno Titan, 6 mana for a 6/6 giant that you can pay a red into to give it an extra attack. It doesn't innately have trampled. Oh well. Whenever it enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. So, to offspring that out, you could get 6 damage to something. Time wipe. Return a creature you control. Destroy all creatures. It's a good wipe if you're behind. Rapid Augmenter. It's a hasty 3-drop, 1/3. Whenever another creature you control base power 1 enters, it gains haste. That's kind of nice. And whenever another creature you control enters, if it wasn't cast, put a 1/1 counter on this, and he can't be blocked. Oh, that could be a problem. He alone could get big and take stuff out. Oh, Solemn Golem, as I like to call him. Solemn Golem, as I like to call him. That's funny. To me. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe it's funny to you. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching. Solemn Simulacrum. Whenever it enters, you may search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and if he dies, you draw a card. Really good staple. See him played everywhere. Home of the Host. I didn't know this was in here. I even looked at the list. I guess I just brushed over it. Gosh, I love this card. 4 mana, 5 to equip. It's a little expensive, but it allows your token, you get to copy stuff, and it's not legendary, and the token gains haste. There's so many wacky things you can do with this card. Alright, we're on to some lands here. We got Glacial Fortress, Addercar Wastes, Temple of Enlightenment, Castle Ardenvale. This is one that I like a lot. Looks cool. I think it's neat. It's a really cool utility land. Sea Chrome Coast, Sulphur Falls, Cascade Bluffs, the Exotic Orchard that I love the art on. I think this looks a lot more exotic than the regular old exotic orchard. Clifftop Retreat, Siobhan Reef, Temple of Triumph, Battlefield Forge. Nice to see these. Skycloud Expanse, Temple of Epiphany, Ferris Lake. I guess that's how you say that. Never actually said it out loud. I always just read it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the lake. Rugged Prairie, Sunscorched Divide. Alright, back onto some creatures. 2 mana for Spirited Companion. Enters, draw you a card, 1/1. So you pay 2 more mana and you just get another one. So that one's kind of alright. Whenever this enters, you gain a life, draw a card, 3 mana. So you pay 2 mana, get 2 of those. I like that. It's cool. Cut a deal. Each opponent draws a card, and then you draw a card for each opponent who drew a card this way. I like the art on that cut a deal. They're all like animal paws and really cute. Path to Exile. Exile something. Let your opponent draw a basic land. Illusionary Ambusher. 4/1. Whenever it is dealt damage, draw that many cards. Ooh, that'd be nice to have 2 of for sure. Rowdy Research, an instant that costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked and allows you to draw 3 cards. That could be really cool in this. You could even potentially just get that for 1 mana. Plumcreed Escort, a flash flyer that when it enters, target creature you control gains hexproof. So this would be really good you could double up on this at flash speed and protect 2 things potentially from being targeted. That has a lot of utility. Or just 2 and do 1 thing. Rapid Hybridization, destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That creature's controller creates a frog. Really nice little thing there. Junkwinder. Jeez. Really? Junkwinder? Y'all had to put this in here? You did it for me? Nice. Thanks, Watsy. Thanks, Wizards. Thanks, design team. For anyone that doesn't know, this card is Just mean. It's mean. Wow. He wins. You usually get it out for 2. I get all this is up here, but you might as well just ignore the 5 and say that he's 2 blue for a 5/6. You might as well, because that's not necessarily true, but it basically, especially in a deck like this, affinity for tokens costs 1 less to cast for each token you control. It's just, oh, fuck. Whenever a token you control enters, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its next untap step. So if he's out and you have tokens entering, then you just, tap that thing, tap that thing, tap that thing. And not only that, it's technically, as we saw earlier in the video, exerted because it doesn't untap. It's frozen. It's stuck. It's in untap limbo. Aetherize, return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. This is another good one. I always think of Aether Spouts, but Aetherize is another good one that, I think they both kind of do the same thing. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Oops. If I'm wrong, sorry. Chart a course. I really like this. Draw 2 cards. Discard a card unless you attacked. Some good stuff you can do with that. Tetsuko Umi. This isn't an animal. Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. A human rogue. Creatures with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Ooh, I like that. That'll be really nice in this. Yeah, the power of a 1/1. Death by 1,000 cuts. Am I right, people? Thopter Engineer. If this enters, you make it's a 3-mana 1/3. And if it enters, you make a Thopter. And artifacts have haste, so you can potentially get 2 Thopters for 5 mana. Those Thopters with all the 1/1 support. It could be pretty crazy. Cloud Blazer. If it enters, you gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. So for 7 mana instead of 5, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Arcane Signet. Good reprint. Boros Signet. Very nice. Ornithopter of Paradise. Really cool addition for the artifact package in this deck. Because it's making you your colors, but it's also a 0/2, so it can apply to a lot of the cool stuff. And because it's a creature, if you pay 4 mana, you get 2 Ornithopters of Paradise, and one of them will be a 1/1 instead of a 0/2. Interesting, but true. Azorius Signet. Izzet Signet. Circuit Mender. Whenever this enters, you gain 2 life. If it leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Another really nice artifact. Felwar Stone. Solid 2 mana ramp. Soul Ring, what else is to be said? Look at it. 1 mana, 2 mana, good stuff. Love this art, though. I always say this makes me think of Otter, because water and the design on it, it just gives me that feel. I love, that's love it. Mind Stone, really good, like it. All right, on to some lands here. Some more lands. We got Terramorphic Expanse, Path of Ancestry, some Thrivings. You know what to do. You can replace them. It's okay. No one will blame you. Or you can keep them in. No one will blame you for that either. Thriving Heath, Evolving Wilds, Isle, Bluff, Thrivings. Am I right? Not a fan of those. They're cool. I get it, Wizards, but Command Tower also got some new art. They're up in the little tree house, really cute. Mystic Monastery, your 3-color intertap, not fetchable. It is what it is. They help, but yeah. So we got some planes. See what the planes look like. I'm gonna thumb through these. It's really nice, actually. What's going on with that? What's up with that? It's like a daisy field. What are those? They got a little bridge going through there. Interesting. This one's just a bunch of sunflowers or something. It's that one way more intense. All right, we got the islands right here. Really cool stuff going on with those. All right, the mountains. It's not a lot of island anyway. The mountains, it's really cool. I like the I guess they're lizard homes in the side of the mountain. I'm not 100% sure. This is really cute. It's like a little banner over the side, or they're like living in a crack in a rock. Cute. All right, limited basic lands. That's not a bad thing. Place those if you feel free with other stuff or utility. So here's our tokens. We got a soldier, human. Love this rabbit token. It's so cute. More of that. So here's your storm crows, Phyrexian golem, spirit, goblin, illusion. On the back side, we have another goblin, thopter, fairy, bird. You're probably gonna need lots of birds and rabbits. Your frog lizard. Jeez, look at that. Look at that art. Send it back here. Okay, here's the baby. It's the baby tokens. Look at them. Look at the little the baby agate instigator. All right, treasure, soldier, citizen. So the only one that they actually give you the token for is the agate instigator. Which I guess that makes sense. Well, we're almost done here. We'll go ahead and get all this stacked back up. Sleeve it up soon. I will sleeve that up soon. If you've made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and get to this collector booster now. Really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about my comment, or about my content in the comments. Ugh, I hate saying stuff like this. It's so like tongue twisty. And you know, if you want to subscribe, like, whatever, all that stuff, that'd be cool too. I don't know. I'm still gonna be making videos. Whatever. I'm gonna do me. I like doing this. So here we go. We have Mockingbird as one of them. You may have this enter as a... Oh, people love these kind of effects. You may have this enter as a copy of any creature with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast this, except it's a bird in addition and has flying. Oh, no. Okay. And then we have a really cute foil hop to it to create 3 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens. That one's not all that crazy. That Mockingbird, though, that is adorable. Really nice. They're both really cool. Well, like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, whatever, do all that, comment. I don't know. Thank you. Hope you have a good day. Hope you enjoyed watching. Good night, whatever. Good time. Hope you have a good time until next time. Until then, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.